Don Lemon and Russell Simmons have been beefing. It's over comments that Don Lemon originally made referring to how African Americans were actually bringing on some of the problems in their community upon themselves. I want to give you that context before I tell you what Russell Simmons said on the Young Turks today in response to Don Lemon.
It's time now for some tough love on the subject. Someone on another network got the chance to go first because I couldn't go during the week. I'm only here on the weekend, so listen to this.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family.
He's got a point. In fact, he's got more than a point. Bill?
Raised without much structure, young black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
He is right about that too. But in my estimation, he doesn't go far enough. Because black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing. Here's number 5. And if this doesn't apply to you, if you're not doing this, then it doesn't apply to you. I'm not talking about you. Here's number 5. Pull up your pants.
So he started with that and obviously had 4 more on the list, one of which was stop saying the N-word. Now, a lot of people took that as judgmental, like Trayvon Martin brought on his shooting because of how he was acting or what he was wearing, etc. Now, to be fair to Don Lemon, he did not mention Trayvon Martin there at all, okay? Now, on the other hand, Russell Simmons saw that and thought, why are you parroting the talking points of conservatives, people like Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity, and blaming us for getting shot? He said, he mentioned Trayvon in the terms of referring to a kid walking home to watch a basketball game and gets shot through the heart. He didn't have that coming. And Russell Simmons' main point was, listen, you know, in the old days, President Obama, a guy named Barry Obama, he wore the wrong kind of clothes that they, did not like back in the day. He wore the bell bottoms, had the large afro, he smoked pot, wound up becoming president of the United States of America. Don't judge the book by its cover. In fact, go to the root causes of what's wrong, address poverty and how we can begin to fix the lack of education, the inequality in education and opportunity for African Americans in this country. Well, Don Lemon wanted to address that letter, so he said this on it.
Russell, I'm glad you wrote the letter. Honestly, I really am. Initially, though, I wasn't even going to respond to your letter, not because I think you completely missed the point. Not because, like many of the other critics, I thought you were just using the occasion as a promotion for one of your businesses, your website. But I wasn't going to address it because, quite honestly, it was hard to take you and it seriously. You say I sound like conservative hosts or pulling strings, you write this: conservatives love when we blame ourselves for the conditions that have destroyed the fabric of the black community. My response is, you should take that up with a conservative or a liberal or someone who is concerned about political affiliation in this particular situation. That does not save lives. It shouldn't matter if someone is black, white, brown, purple, green, Democrat, or Republican. If the truth they speak is saving lives, then no matter their intentions or background, we should listen. Attack the problem, not the messenger.
Well, he also was not done with that, had this to add as well.
You also wrote, young people sagging their pants today is no different than young people rocking afros, dashikis, or platform shoes in the 60s and 70s. Russell, afros came out of the struggle, the African American civil rights movement, and are a symbol of the appreciation of black beauty and the black aesthetic. The dashiki is a traditional form of West African dress which symbolizes African pride. Sagging, by the way, Russell, the hip-hop community of which you helped establish, dropped the G on the word so that, spelled backwards, the word reads Niggas. It came from Rikers Island in New York, one of the largest detention centers in the U.S. It was originally called Wearing Your Pants Rikers Style. When you went in, you turned in your belt, your shoelaces, and the only shirt the jail provided was a white XXL t-shirt. Are you equating dressing like a criminal to African pride? Are you saying it's okay to perpetuate the negative stereotype of young black men as convicts, criminals, prisoners? How does that enhance their lives or society as a whole?
Now, Russell Simmons was on the Young Turks today. He was promoting his new YouTube channel, All Def Digital. And I asked him about Don Lemon. He had a very unique response to him. First of all, he wanted to show him his ass. No, that's how it wound up. But he was going to demonstrate sagging for him, and then had some choice words for Don Lemon as well. Let's watch. You're gonna sag him? You're gonna sag him? Don't do it, man. Don will get mad at you, man. He'll get mad at you.
Wait, I can put my drawers up.
Okay.
Come on,
Russell Simmons getting naked on the Young Turks.
We have to take responsibility for children and what we're not doing for them. The lack of opportunity, the lack of education. I think that what Don Lemon said was he's probably a guy who wore a suit as a child. And God bless him. He didn't invent the internet, though. He didn't do shit. He's a talking head, and I'm not knocking him. He's a straight guy, does straight shit. He believes everybody should be like him. But kids are individuals. They need self-expression and creative expression.
I like that. I'm not knocking him. He just didn't do shit. Now, understand Russell Simmons is now at this point enormously wealthy because he was enormously successful. He started Def Jam Records. He's an entrepreneur. He's got 18 different companies at this point. Def Jam comedy, poetry, and the list goes on, right? Now, so he has a right, as he talks about throughout the whole interview, which you can watch on TYT interviews, and says, look, man, here's how I grew up, and my father used the N-word all the time. And then he wound up becoming a professor of black history. And he raised me right and gave me the right morals anyway. Now, so it doesn't mean that if you use certain words or you're dressed in certain ways that you can't achieve success or you can't do the right things. And the point he was trying to make in terms of Don Lemon is, look, if you're playing it straight, as Russell Simmons said, and you're wearing your suit, etc., bless your heart. Now, it's hard to break out of the box and do something creative and interesting, I think is the point Russell Simmons was saying there, if you're going to play it so down the middle. But at least you've achieved success in your own way. But don't knock others who are achieving it in other ways, and understand that a lot of black kids in this country have a really hard time finding any opportunity. So let's work together, as he said throughout the interview, to give them that opportunity. Again, using choice words throughout the interview, Russell invited him to go to Chicago to help black kids along with him. Check out the whole thing. It's a fascinating interview. But Russell Simmons taking on Don Lemon there in his usual unique style.